So generative AI is here, and let me tell you, it's not just another tool for HR, it's a brand new teammate. In this explainer, we're going to uncover how this partnership can totally transform the workplace and why your human skills are about to become more valuable than ever before.
All right, here's what we've got lined up. First, we'll meet our new AI teammate and check out its superpowers. Then, we'll dig into why the human touch is absolutely irreplaceable. We'll look at a pretty serious cautionary tale, walk through the ethical playbook, and finally, look ahead to what a human-centered future really looks like.
So, who exactly is this new teammate? Look, it's not just some app or a piece of software. It's a force that is completely reshaping the entire HR landscape. Okay, let's get on the same page with this definition. See, older AI could really only analyze or predict things. But generative AI, it creates. Think of it like this. It's the difference between just reading a map and actually drawing a whole new one. It can draft an entire employee handbook, come up with interview questions, or even design a training module from scratch.
And you know, this didn't just pop up overnight. HR tech started with pretty simple automation back in the 2000s. Then, it moved to predictive analytics in the 2010s, and now, here we are in this totally new era of creative and strategic partnership.
Okay, so what can this new teammate actually do? Let's dive into the superpowers that generative AI is bringing to the table.
AI is an absolute beast when it comes to processing data. I mean, imagine analyzing a full year's worth of employee feedback in the time it takes you to go grab a coffee. It can generate first drafts in seconds, spot trends that we might totally miss, and it takes on all those boring, repetitive writing jobs 24/7.
But all that efficiency? That's really just one side of the coin. What about the skills AI just can't replicate? Well, that's where the human touch comes in, and it's more important than ever.
This slide here, it really lays out the two sides of this partnership perfectly. The AI is the engine, right? It's processing the data, generating the drafts. But we humans, we're the navigators. We provide the emotional intelligence, the cultural context, and the ethical compass. And here's what it all really boils down to: empathy. Humans are the ones who can navigate all those tricky gray areas, mediate a conflict between two colleagues, build genuine connections, and make damn sure that technology is always working for people, and not the other way around.
I love this quote because it's just so true. AI can spit out 1,000 ideas, but it takes a human to pick the right one, to refine it, and to give it the soul it needs to actually resonate inside your company's culture. But what happens when that partnership is out of balance? You know, when we trust the machine a little too much and forget about that human navigator? Well, things can go wrong, and they can go wrong really fast. Let's rewind back to 2018 for a second. Amazon thought they had built the absolute future of recruiting, an AI tool that could sift through resumes and find the perfect candidates. Instead, it became a legendary lesson in what not to do. So the AI was fed a decade's worth of resumes, and most of them just happened to be from men. So what did it learn? Well, it taught itself to prefer men. It even started flagging resumes that had the word women's, like in Women's Chess Club Captain. And it automatically penalized graduates from all women's colleges. It's just wild, right? This quote just says it all. The AI wasn't evil. It was just a mirror. It was reflecting a biased past. And without any human oversight, it would have just cemented that bias right into the future.
The lesson here isn't just for some massive tech company. No, it's for anyone who's using AI. You have to actively hunt for bias, you have to question your data, you've got to constantly test for fairness, and most importantly, you have to make sure a human is making the final call. The machine suggests, the person decides, period.
So, knowing all the risks, how do we build this partnership the right way? Well, that leads us straight to the ethical playbook, the core principles that make sure AI is actually serving us well. Think of this as your AI leadership compass. Each one of these points is crucial. First up, fairness. You have to actively eliminate bias. Second, transparency, so that everyone understands how AI is being used. Third, accountability, which means a human is always in charge of the outcome. And finally, human oversight, to guarantee AI stays a tool, not a replacement for our judgment.
And this table really just maps it all out so clearly. Every single potential risk, from algorithmic bias to data privacy issues, it has a concrete human-led solution. The whole goal is to get way ahead of these problems with things like regular audits and a rock-solid commitment to keeping a human in the loop.
So all of this, it's all pointing towards one final and I think really exciting idea:
A future where technology doesn't replace us, but actually makes us more human.
The goal here is to augment HR, not automate it away. By letting AI handle the spreadsheets and the first drafts, we free up our HR professionals to focus on the work that truly, deeply matters: mentoring, building culture, and strengthening human relationships.
To really succeed in this new era, HR pros need to be fluent in both technology and humanity. It's not just about understanding the data anymore. It's about using that data to tell compelling stories and make wiser, more empathetic decisions.
And that's really the key takeaway here, isn't it? As the machines get smarter, our most human qualities, our judgment, our creativity, our ability to connect, they don't become obsolete. They become our superpowers.
So, I'll just leave you with this. AI can handle the paperwork, sure, but who's going to handle the people? The future isn't automated, it's augmented. It's a future where technology empowers all of us to be more strategic, more creative, and just more deeply human at work.